Here, the guy who tells it like it is and sometimes gets it wrong. Okay. Oh my gosh. But let's talk about that. So I'll wait till a few people get on here. Again, it's Shaun Campbell 2.0. I'm on here to maybe whatever, set the record straight, whatever, talk about what I just put out about Wes Watson, how I thought it was all fake and all that kind of jazz. So I'm going to talk about it. So jump on here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just check out my last video where I basically said it was all a bunch of bullshit and a fake arrest and all that stuff. Check that out. I kind of laid low for a minute or two. I just wanted to wait to see how it all played out and see if anything new came up. Because I was the guy claiming that all of it was bullshit. Everything about Wes Watson's bullshit. Everything John Bravo was saying is bullshit. I was totally against everything. And I had really good points. And I felt, and at the time when I was saying all this, I felt really good about the stance I was taking. Okay? I truly believed it. But there's one thing I couldn't debate is when I saw him go for, I guess, the bail hearing or whatever to get bail. And he was on like court. And there was like a live video of him and the judge and all this stuff. I don't know how that can be faked. But if it can be, shit. Okay, Shaun, let it go. I'm still trying to fight the battle of it's all fake, right? Because someone's even saying, okay, Shaun, so how are you going to prove this was fake? I really can't. The only way I can, if it's a real judge, is going to risk their whole career to fake some bullshit about Wes Watson, okay? So the fact of him being arrested was real. There's still a possibility that fight is fake, okay? Because it looks fake as shit. Well, actually, maybe there's not a possibility because they even said in the court papers or something about the guy having a fractured face and stuff, right? So maybe, maybe all of that was real. But if that was real, that was the weirdest fucking drama I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to hang tight and let you guys jump on here. Hopefully, it's whoever jumps on here knows about the stuff I've been talking about Wes Watson and all being fake and all that stuff. So that when I talk about it, it makes sense. And then I got to wonder, do I owe John Bravo an apology for calling him like fake media and all that kind of stuff? Or is it all in fun because this is YouTube drama and it's about content and stuff? What do I do? Because I was almost proud of myself because I'm always the guy who never ruffles any feathers, always sits in the middle, you know, like Switzerland, always the good guy, never ruffling feathers, never taking a strong stance, yes, never taking a strong stance, no, just trying to make sure everyone's happy. Okay, just 1 second. Riley, just ask me. I'm here.
I'm doing a story, so...
Yeah. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to get with you guys. I'm going to talk about this. How you spell what? Let's, L-E-T''S. Okay, guys, yeah. So drop a comment on here if you're listening, because I'm willing to like, I'm going to be a man here and admit I was wrong, even though I don't want to admit it, because I felt so good about myself that I was actually taking a stance, and I had such good arguments about all this shit. Like I was saying, I'm going against the grain. I'm going to take a stance on this, and I'm going to die by the sword, and I kind of have died by the sword. You know what I'm saying? Yes?
How do you spell Y? I think I know.
As in what?
Like, why are you on live?
W-H-Y.
Well, I'm not doing that, but that's why.
W-H-Y is Y. Okay. I'm just spelling, my daughter's writing a little book, so she wants words every once in a while. But yeah, so I live and die by the sword, guys. I was standing strong that everything about that fake fight was bullshit. I even stood strong about that arrest picture was bullshit. But then it got down to this court case, like when they showed up in court, and I'm like, oh, shit, that looked pretty legit. Unless there's a way you can fake that shit, because I'm almost trying to argue with it that's fake, but I'm not going to argue it. I'm going to man up and admit that I was wrong. Okay, 1 second.
How do you spell here? Is it H-E-R?
For what? Here, what?
Like, are you seriously here on live again?
H-E-R-E.
Okay, good. I was gonna
This is real life, guys. Yeah, so when I'm going live here, and I'm just talking about this stuff, and my daughter's here, and blah, blah, blah. She's watching YouTube. She's writing a storybook and all this stuff. Yeah, hi, him. So, yeah, so I'm being a man here. I'm manning up. I'm dying by the sword. I lived and died by the sword. I took a stance, a strong stance, okay? that Wes Watson was all bullshit. I still think as a character he is bullshit, and there's a lot of shady things about him as a character. Because I still think he's sort of like a character in this YouTube world, right? I do believe there may be some people like controlling all of his movements he's making, all of his business decisions, all the fake crap he's putting out there. Okay, let me read this.
How do you spell month? Dad, how do you spell month?
Yeah, John, I thought so too. I had some seriously good arguments there. And if he didn't appear in court this morning, my arguments would still stand strong. Like if you watch that video, Riley, you're really gonna have to give me 5 minutes. I want to get this point out because I can't give a break a confessional freaking video and I'm getting cut off every 2 seconds how to spell words. So bear with. This is the last one you got, Riley. You got one last time. Ask me one word, then you gotta give me 5 minutes.
I was gonna ask Siri, but you have that.
I have my phone. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, he's a fraud. Okay.
And before. How do you spell month? And how do you spell before?
Month is MONTH. ONTH. I'm just spelling this for my daughter, and this is the last one. We're gonna get back to the Wes Watson saga.
Before?
Before is BEFORE. EFORE. Yeah, guys. Okay, so let's get back to it. Who thinks here? So, John, you've been following all the crap I've been saying, which it looked pretty good. Like, if someone said, Shaun, take a stance on that this is all fake. I could argue harder that it was fake than I could it was true. That's how much of a stance I took, and that's how obvious it looked to me. The only thing that really threw me off was this morning when I saw John Bravo launch this freaking video about whatever, I forget. I'm going off to see my pants here. I didn't prepare to talk on here. I just watched the videos and stuff, so I don't know all the right terminology. I don't even have it on my screen or nothing, so I can't even refer back to it. But I believe there's something about bail hearing and stuff, and then Wes Watson got bail of $5,000, so he's probably free right now. And then they talked about the case a little bit. So as I was watching it, because I'm looking there with skeptical eyes as well, right? I'm thinking, okay, is there any way this could be fake? Is there any way this could not be true? I guess there's still a slight possibility it could be fake somehow. I don't know. If anyone knows any way that could be fake, let me know. Because I don't know if you saw that. But I did see it, right? So it looks really legit. So based on that, I think I must have been wrong. We may find out later that there were some staged elements to the fight because he hasn't been charged with anything, right? He's just arrested, and now he's out on bail, and he's going to have his hearing or whatever, his day in court or whatever, or trial or whatever it is, right? So until he has that, we don't know the exact facts of what happened in the fight. But I do have to 100% go back on the fact that I said the arrest was bullshit and it was staged. Okay, they aren't police actors. That was a real arrest, I guess. I'm just shocked there's no video footage of the arrest. I'm just shocked it didn't make it to the media. But then another, yeah, the judge is for real in Miami. I Googled her name just to make sure, right? Because I was trying really hard to stand by my convictions, right? To say, like, because I liked how I took a stance. So I feel pretty good about that, even though sometimes you take a stance and you might not be right. But at least I was passionate about it. Because I feel like also on YouTube, you can't be fucking wishy-washy. I can't say, well, it could be fake. Well, it might not be. Then people are going, who the fuck wants to watch this guy? Like, you know what I mean? Okay, maybe he's been charged. I don't know. But I guess he has to go to court for more, right? So he's not, I don't know anything, right? Maybe, I don't know how the court process works. I've never been arrested or anything, so I have no fucking idea about all this shit, really. So I'm going to learn some research about that. So I'm not going to take a hard stance on that at all. I'm going to still cover Wes Watson stuff, and if he does some bullshit, I'll talk about it. But the arrest I take back. That was real. The only thing that's really surprised me about that arrest is that there wasn't much footage. I'm shocked by that, actually. And that it wasn't covered in real media. That shocks me as well. But if you saw that little puppeteer thing I put about Wes Watson, I'm going to still hold by that. That's the only thing I got going for me still. I think he's a puppet. I think that there's some people controlling his actions and movements. I don't think Wes Watson's that smart that he could create all this big business and have all this stuff. He doesn't seem that smart of a guy. You know what I'm saying? And this persona, it changed so drastically from sitting on the park bench, being a real passionate guy about improving your life, to all of a sudden being this fucking idiot, basically, right? Unless it was just money and fame got to his head, but I feel like maybe people got to his head and like offered him money and this and that, do this, Wes, we'll do this and that and the other. We're gonna help get you this place, we'll help get you these cars, but we'll manage and market your whole thing. It could be roids too, shit. That could be it too. It could be the roids. Because they do say that it really affects some people. They say if your personality is a certain way, all the extra testosterone and roids and all that shit will make you more like that person. Because he's a very insecure person, we found out. Because at least I found out some good juicy stuff about Wes. That's true. Because no, it's funny. I made that video about the arrest is fake, and I put everything into it, right? And I said, holy fuck, I nailed this shit. And I would have looked like a fucking genius if it was fake. Because it would have been like, God damn, the only guy that called him out on the internet. I was the only guy calling him out for a fake arrest. I took the huge stance. I didn't even take a gamble. I thought it was all gonna come to light and I was gonna be right. Because I'm so used to hearing, seeing so much bullshit on YouTube. But John Bravo got it right. John Bravo was, when he kept saying he had the real inside scoop on all this, he really did. So John Bravo, I apologize for making fun of you and saying you're not true media, you're not real media, you're just a YouTube creator and all this stuff I was saying. And that everything you're putting out there is just to make money. Obviously it's to make money, and obviously I'm going on YouTube saying all this bullshit, trying to get likes and everything too, right? But I also thought I was standing strong on a solid foundation, okay? I thought I had a real solid argument here. So John Bravo, I'm sorry. So we ever crossed paths. I'm only a 2,000 subscriber YouTuber, okay? So I'm nothing in your world. And I'm not monetized. I have nothing on the line here. I'm not making nothing off any of this stuff. I'm just trying to be passionate. I'm trying to be more passionate about things and to take a stand on things. And I think I gave some good entertainment along the way, and I'm going to still give good entertainment, but I'm just going to be the guy, if I do take a stance and I'm wrong, I'm going to admit I'm wrong. Okay? I was wrong. The fucking Wes Watson was arrested. But something funny we found out from the arrest is that Wes Watson, I don't have it in front of me. Actually, I could probably pull all this shit up in front of me real quick. Or maybe not. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm not going to worry about pulling up YouTube on my computer right now. I'm just going to talk. We found out that Wes Watson is 5'8". I was shocked by this. Not shocked, but I didn't think it was going to be that much extreme. He's been saying he's 6 foot. There's a big difference between 6 foot and 5'8". Okay? I'm 5'9". There's a big difference between me and my buddy who's 6 foot. You can tell a big difference in our height. And now they're saying when he got arrested, he's 5'8". That's what the arrest documents say, 5'8". And they said he was 230. He's been saying he's 240, 250. And you know they just jumped on the scale with his clothes on, or they might not even have done that. They might just ask him how much you weigh, buddy. I don't know how all that works. I don't know if they ask you what your height and weight is, or they actually take it. I would assume they actually take it, but I think for the weight they're just going to jump you on the scale with all your clothes on. So when I joked around that saying he was 210, he probably is fucking 210. Because if he's 5'8", 210's big. So the fucker said he's 240, 6 foot. And it turns out, because now he got his ass arrested like an idiot, that he's 5'8" and 230 or less. 230 is the max. And he's 5'8". That's wild. That's funny shit. So I like that information. Okay, Riley, what are you doing? Be really careful what you're doing, please.
I'm getting water.
Okay. What's funny is when you get distracted and then you got an 8-year-old kid running around, they do wild shit when you're distracted, right? Yeah, I had some more stuff in here. I think it's really cool when you guys are chiming in here because that really was helpful. Because the judge is real and the roids possibly could be what made him go nuts, or he's got a puppeteer on him, right? Like he's the puppet. I'm not sure. I think it's funny to call him a puppet though. That's a funny one. And it's funny now that he's 5'8". That's funny. So I think he has obviously if he talks about being taller and he talks about weighing more and he always talks about having all this muscle, he's a very, very insecure guy. Very insecure. So this money and all this fame and stuff went to his head for sure. And his insecurity about being a 5'8", like basically you're small, but you jacked up with steroids, growth hormone, everything under the fucking sun. You do anything to have muscle. So you do anything to be bigger because you're so insecure with yourself. And then yeah, when you had the opportunity to beat up a guy when it wasn't necessary, you took the opportunity because of your insecurity. You had to make sure everyone thought you were tough. That's wild. Okay, so all that stuff still runs true. Like Wes Watson's still a clown, no matter what, and I think everyone else is saying that too. So at least I'm still on that. We're on page with that. The only thing we weren't on the same page with is probably the fake fight. I still look back at the fake fight and I can't believe that was real. I can't believe it wasn't staged. I don't know what we're gonna find out when he goes to court and trial and all that stuff. So we're gonna find out all that stuff when he goes to trial. Because I'm shocked that he got off on such a small bail. Like I think it was $2,500 each count or whatever. I don't know. See, I don't have it in front of me right now. I probably should. Let me just pull something in front of me here. Do I got my YouTube up at least? Okay, I got my YouTube. Well, I got my YouTube up. And here are some of my comments. I could read a few comments just for fun that were good ones. They made sense. One guy says, "You sure are trolling. What's next? The courts are also paid actors?" Touche, my friend. That's true. You got me there, that's for sure. Then the guy says, "Jesus Christ, my man." And he even he put an at to a point where I say it's all fake. Like, this is funny stuff. But we got a good point, right? Like, yeah, what am I going to say? The court? I don't think I can say the courts are all paid actors or the judges, because basically what I'd have to say, I would have to say the judge is paid off to say all this stuff, to make it line up with their story. And if she is paid off, I don't know. And then another thing I thought about after, okay, if it's not fake, okay, if it's real, so it is real, the arrest is real, and the fact that it's not in the news media, it kind of goes to show you he's not as big of a deal as we even think he is. He is basically, if it wasn't for YouTube and Instagram, I don't think people even know who the fuck Wes Watson is. He's not a big deal. So all that stuff about mansions and all this stuff must not be true, because if he was living in real life with a mansion and all these fancy cars, this was real life, everyone in the real world would know who he is. In Miami, because he's the king of Miami or whatever the fuck he is, they would all know who he is. So if he was arrested or in a gym fight and all these things, it'd be in all the media, right? But it's not. So maybe he's more phony than we even think he's phony. If that even makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's just a YouTube creation. Like I said, he's a puppet. He's a puppet in this YouTube world. He's been created by some people who are up there, who produce whatever they do with like a talent and try to make as much money off this talent as possible, right? Because he is the talent. He's got the charisma. He's got all the stuff. He's perfect, except for he's gone too far. So whoever's advising him or representing him or helping control his career, you made a bad move. The videos when he first came out, the reason why I know who Wes Watson is and I was following him is because I liked it when he first came out. His story was inspiring. I was inspired by Wes Watson. I listened to his shit for motivation. I'm not lying. I'm not just saying that. I listened to his stuff for motivation, where he used to sit on the park bench and give you good advice. And then he was on like Big Herc. I think it's called Big Herc. He was on Big Herc's convict channel, and he was very motivational. The guy had me inspired about how he started Instagram in jail, and he changed people's lives. He talked about transforming people's lives, transforming his own life, making the best with what he had, all this stuff. Couldn't wait to get out of jail to become a better person. He had all these positive things. But the reason why he was in jail is because he was insecure and greedy. And what happened is he fell into those temptations again. The guy is very insecure. And the guy is very greedy. 1 second. Yes, Riley.
Will you tell me how to spell something?
Yes. Ask me some words. I'm going to spell some more words for my daughter, so just bear with me a second here. But don't run away. I got fun stuff to say.
How do you spell
What's
Were?
we were there?
Like W-E-R-E?
Yes. W-E-R-E. Yeah, guys, I'm on here just like basically admitting I was wrong. The West, obviously, we all know, it's not even me admitting I was wrong. I've been told I was wrong, and I've been shown I was wrong. Wes Watson really was arrested 2 days ago. Or what day was it Thursday? Thursday, February 6th or whatever, at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Miami, Florida. He was arrested. It was true. I said that picture was fake. Apparently, it was not fake.
Dad, what did he get arrested for?
Because he was in court Friday morning, not this morning. I said this morning earlier. It was Friday morning.
What did he get arrested
Just a felony assault, I believe.
to who?
Some other guy in the gym. He got in a gym fight with somebody.
Then what, did the other guy go to court as well?
I don't know. The other guy, I guess, pressed charges against him. That's why so he appeared in court, Riley. I'm just telling, my daughter's asking questions. He appeared in court because he was arrested and he wants to get bail, so he has to pay money to get out of court,
Like a lot.
to get out of jail. No, not a lot.
But how long would, if he didn't pay, how long would he be staying there for?
Oh, I don't know. Until his trial, I guess, his court date. 'Cause he has to go to court, and you know when you go in front of the judge and you tell your stories, and then they say, "Oh, you're going to jail," or "You're not going to jail," or
Like they'll go bang.
yeah, and slam the gavel.
I actually could swing. I could replicate that right now. Wait, let me.
Okay, right. No,
Oh, I can do
one
that.
second. Let me tell my story, Riley. Hey, V Sved, how are you, man? Yeah, we're talking about how I went out on a limb. I'm dying by my sword. I went out there and said that Wes Watson's the arrest was fake. It turns out I was wrong, and I'll admit I was wrong. But I'm not wrong that Wes Watson is quite the character. He is quite the character, and the guy's insecure and fucking off the hinges, right? He lost his freaking mind. Some people are trying to say it's because of the roids, which might be. I don't know. I've never been on roids. I couldn't tell you because some people like to say that it really will affect who you are, but it kind of just exaggerates who you are. If you got a temper, you got more of a temper. If you're, you know what I mean, like that kind of thing. So I guess some people are totally fine. So, anyways, if Wes Watson lost his mind, I think it's more over his insecurity, because we all thought he's been telling the world on social media, on Instagram and YouTube, that he's like 6 feet tall. The guy's 5'8", because when he got arrested or whatever and he got taken in, they listed his height as 5'8". They're not just going to make up a height. So they probably checked his height. And then they listed his weight as 230, which they probably weigh with all his clothes on. So he's probably because he's probably wearing chains and this and that and boots and blah, blah, blah. Who knows what he's wearing, right? So he could weigh as little as 220. That's a big difference between 240, 250, what he says, because he says on social media all the time, or at least for some reason I'm believing that he's been saying he's 6 feet and he's 240, 250. Turns out the guy's 5'8", under 230. Like, come on, that's a real insecure guy. If you have to go around lying about your height and all this stuff, and your weight and all this stuff, that just reeks insecurity. So a guy like him would be very tempted by all this fame and money and all this stuff. And then having to, like, no wonder he used a weight belt. And the stories about him getting jailed, probably getting beat up and all this stuff are probably true. The guy's 5'8". Not saying that makes you weak, but shit, you got a 6'2" big guy knocking you around. The guy that beat him up, or that he got in a fight with, is probably only 6'4". But compared to 5'8", he's going to look like he's 7 feet. That's why Wes Watson, I say he's 7 feet, to make himself look like there's about a foot difference.
How do you spell?
The guy's insecure. So insecure, it's not even funny.
How do you spell ready?
R-E-A-D-Y. E-A-D-Y. That's ready. Sorry, my daughter's writing a book. So I encourage that. So I will help her spell some words right now. And I have to just do it. Because I want to go on live. Like I said, I go on here live all the time. And again, just to rehash everything, like obviously the arrest that took place on Thursday was real. That picture was real, even though it's very suspicious still. And it's very weird how no one had any video footage of this arrest, how there's no other pictures of this arrest. That's very weird. Unless they had some way they arranged, like we're gonna privately arrest you, whatever, and you know, and then West decided his team, we're gonna take a picture just to help the cause, right? That we're gonna do this in private, we're gonna do it discreetly. Maybe they did all that, because I've heard, you see, I watch TV, so you see them on TV do shit like that. I don't know if they do that in real life, like discreetly come and arrest you, because they could have very well done that, or let the person turn themselves in and they come into court themselves. I don't know. Because he could have maybe called them up and said, come and pick me up. Like if they came to a facility and knocked banging on the doors and drag him out, then yeah, I could see there'd be all kinds of footage, right? Then the other thing I was arguing that why I thought it was a fake arrest, I was arguing that why is there no other video footage, right? And that could be the reason. And then I was also saying, why is the general media not covering it? And it could be the reason that West just isn't a big deal. We just think he is on social media because on YouTube and Instagram, he's a big deal. Because this could be all bullshit. So all the fake, phony stuff I'm talking about still could be true. It just revolves more around Wes Watson, the character. Like his life, like a lot of people are talking about his life could be all fake. Like they're questioning whether he does have that mansion because it looks all so empty all the time when he's in there, and the echo in there and all that stuff. It's like a very empty house that looks like no one lives there, right? Very cold environment, like he just rented an empty mansion to sit in, or you know what I mean? Like it just seems something's wrong, something's off about it. And having all these vehicles, who knows, right? Just a lot of the stuff he does seems so weird, but I guess sometimes, one guy even said on here, sometimes reality is stranger than, sometimes, yeah, reality is stranger than fiction, or whatever he said, to that, you know, to that effect. Because everything just seems so weird, like this is not true. It's like fantasy land, all this stuff. Nothing that Wes Watson does seems real to me. Like I feel like I'm watching like a fucking, some stupid ass story that doesn't make sense. And that's what I am watching. That's why I questioned everything about this. The fight looked weird. The picture seemed weird about the arrest. But then when I saw him in court, that's like, okay, if they can fake that, then holy shit, I'll just surrender. If that's fake, wow, then they took it really far. Then this Wes Watson must be bigger. He must be like the president of the United States or something, like with that kind of power that he could fake that. Because that would take so much money and power to make that fake. I don't think Wes Watson's that guy. Even though he says in some of his videos, I'm that guy. He's not that guy. So just to just go over it again. The arrest appears to be real. Sorry, it's real. My arguments were strong until they weren't, okay? Like I'm pretty proud of myself for really standing strong, that I was fighting everybody. I was the only guy out there saying this picture was a fake picture. So I don't know, I took a stance. And if I would have been right, I would have been like, holy shit, that guy knew. And he was the only guy. He's the only guy that was, apparently he's the only guy that was an idiot, or was that so invested on everything is fake that he really went in on it. It was a fun video. Still watch the video just for fun, because it could almost persuade you that I'm still right. Like you could almost like, shit, man, this argument is so strong that I'm not even sure I believe the court case right now. I'm not even sure I believe he was in court. I'm not even sure that this wasn't an AI creation. Like somehow, you know what I mean? Because that's how strong my argument was. Like it was so strong, I was convinced. As I was delivering it, I wasn't delivering it thinking, oh, I'm just going to ruffle some feathers and be a wild man here and just trying to get some clout or trolling or something. I wasn't trolling. I was actually legit. I knew that there was a possibility I was wrong, but I was just going on it like I'm right, and this is why. Of course, I believe, like I'm a realist, right? I believe there's always a slight possibility of everything. There's a slight possibility that my name isn't even Shaun Campbell. Like I'm just telling you bullshit on here. You don't know that. I'm just some guy. Who the fuck is that guy, right? But anyways, yeah, thanks for checking out the video, guys. This is my live one. And again, John Bravo, I know you're not watching, but if you are, or anyone passes this message, man, I apologize for calling you fake media. You know your shit. I apologize for saying through all these videos that they were leaking your information just so you could create content and create your YouTube drama, make some money, all this stuff. and all you guys can enjoy all the money you're gonna make on this, which is I'm sure you still made money. But this is your job, right? If there's some good juicy content like this, of course you're gonna put it out. I want to be a part of it too, because I put in my 2 cents. You don't think I would have been happy if I got 200,000 views on my shit? I'd have been happy as fuck. So enjoy it, be happy for it. Don't hate, what's it say? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Like I just played the game. I would join the YouTube content creators game. I played, and I played hard. I took when people are playing poker and they have a hand and they just go for it, they throw in the dice. I threw in my cards. I laid down all my cards and went for it. I went for it, saying that was like I took a big stance that arrest was fake. I didn't know how quick they were gonna turn around and be in court getting like bail. I didn't know how quick that was gonna happen. I was like, holy shit. Like the very next morning, all of a sudden there's a video popping up, like as I'm uploading my shit, but I see it before my video's not uploaded yet, but it's in queue, it's on YouTube, and I'm ready to upload. It's uploading, I'm just putting my thumbnail up and all that shit. And then I see Johnny Bravo's fucking thing. And I see fucking Wes Watson in court. I'm like, what the fuck? And then there's a legit judge. And I even Googled the judge to make sure, is this legit? And it was. The judge is like, oh my gosh, she's a Miami court judge or whatever the hell. I don't know. I don't have anything in front of me, so I'm just going off what I remember. So I might say something's wrong, but you got the gist. And then there's Wes Watson in there. Hi, Mr. Wesley Thomas Watson, I think it was. And that's also where I found out in John Bravo's video that Wes Watson's 5'8", 230. I also found out I think he was born in I'm not 100% sure, on the 1983, so it makes him 41 or 42. So he's probably 41. Which another thing we might not know, because I think he says something about being 30 something. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I was wrong. I'll admit it. The rest was real. Because that court damn well appeared real to me. Like I can't argue that one. Even though some guy jokingly said, "Hey Shaun, what are you gonna say? The people in court are paid actors too?" I was thinking about it. But then when I saw the clip, I'm like, okay, I can't say that because that looks too fucking legit. Like, I don't know if I could pull that off. I don't know if anyone's going to buy it if I say that's legit. But if we find out down the road that was fake, holy shit, I'll have to put a video up about that. But I don't even know if I'm going to make a real video about this, like legit, like, you know what I mean? Like actually, I probably will, but I'm going to wait. Because it's tricky to put down, sit down and tape a really legit video with my daughter here with me right now. So it's going to be a little bit crazy. But going live, I can be more relaxed and there's no editing. I don't have to, stress about it. Because if I was going to do a video, it's going to take me a while to set it up, then tape it. And then all the editing takes long. By the time I do all, 4 or 5 hours worth of work, the story's passed us by, right? So that's why I'm trying to get good at this real life shit. So I also want to learn some of these programs these guys are doing, like reaction videos. So I could just put John Bravo's video up and then have my face in the corner down here, however they do it. They put their face in the corner and they just talk over the video. It's like a reaction style video. I think there's some kind of software I have to buy. I don't know how to do all that. That would be cool. So I could bang out. That'd be cool, especially if I want to be like a news or gossip type channel or guy, so I react to things quickly and I can talk about a lot of topics, and then every once in a while I edit some videos, because all the editing is what really slows you down, right? But if I do live reaction feeds to reactions to videos, then we can bang it out like a mother. I can be the guy that's always on top of shit, because by the time you make it a video and you edit and all that shit, you've fallen behind the 8 ball, right? You're behind. There's been 5 videos out already before you even talked. But yeah, so John Bravo, I apologize. I understand you're doing your job. You did a great job with this Wes Watson stuff. Better than I thought. I thought you were just being fed the shit because they wanted you to create content and make some money off this, right? And work with whoever the person is in making sure you guys get some good content and make some good money on this, right? I thought it was just like an inside job type thing. But it turns out you had real inside media, news source that knew the story. So yeah, so that was that picture you got and posted is very credible. So that guy Baller something. See, I can find all this stuff. if I turn my YouTube on and stuff, I don't feel like going in on my computer right now. Let me do it a little bit though. Actually, I don't even have my hard drive here. Never mind. Let's not stress out about it. But the guy you got the picture off of Instagram, apparently it was right. So that's what all I got, guys. I'm just letting you all know that sure I was wrong, but I'm still proud of myself that I took a stance and my argument was strong. It's just that it turns out I was wrong. That rhymes. And I'll admit I was wrong. I went in hard on it and I'm wrong. But I was right that Wes Watson is a character, and a lot of the stuff around him seems fake and shady and crazy. Because someone even says sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. You know what I mean? And this is what's exactly happening here. Like it does. What I'm watching here, this train wreck of Wes Watson, does not seem real. But apparently, this fucking shit is real. It's almost unbelievable. It's so crazy to watch that I couldn't wrap my mind around that this is actually real. Like when I was saying it was all fake, I wasn't saying that to troll. I wasn't saying that to be a crazy guy and take just to say something different and troll people. I would love to say I was, so I look like I'm not. But I was basically going by like this, like reality is stranger than fiction. Like this was fucking nuts, man. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I still can't. I still wouldn't be shocked if I hear something that I don't understand. Like, I can't wait till we see the trial stuff. That'd be great, and see what he gets charged with and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to follow Wes Watson. I'm still going to comment on stuff. I'm probably going to really relax a lot on John Bravo, and almost like if John Bravo says it, I'm pretty much going to agree to it. I'll still do my own little bit of background, a little bit, or go by my own gut feeling. I might even do stuff like, yeah, John Bravo is probably right, but I feel like this could be true. Like, I'll probably go that route with John Bravo from now on.
I'll pop it after, okay? These giant things.
Yeah, pop those after.
They will sound like gunshots.
Can I see those? I got my whey protein in me, and also they pack it in these, and she just can't wait to pop these bad boys.
I'm just going to step on every single one.
You can make one pop sound, and that's it, just so people can hear what one sounds like, but don't do a whole bunch.
I don't want.
We're just going to pop one or two, that's it. Oh, my God.
Can I do one more?
Yeah. Oh, my God, no more. Just take a break and then do them later. Don't be scared, guys. That was just like, what do you call those things? Like air pocket things. Because I ordered some protein powder and creatine, and it came in. Because I'm that guy too. I talk about natural bodybuilding, so I live the lifestyle. I'm really into working out. I'm into doing it all natural, all that stuff. I run a natural bodybuilding organization. I'm about that life, guys. I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. I'm gonna build this YouTube up. I'm just gonna be. I learned a learning lesson here, or maybe I even didn't. Maybe the learning lesson is maybe the lesson that I'm teaching you guys is take a stance on things. But if you find out you're wrong, man up and admit you're wrong. Okay, even or woman up or whatever, like Riley just said. So basically, if you can take a stance on things, but if there's clear evidence and you believe that you were wrong, you don't have to die by the sword, right? Just admit it. Okay, just like admit it. Like I'm not gonna go down saying, "Oh, that's still a fake." And then the next thing I could do if I want to be a real troll and just a fucking weirdo on here, I could claim that video was fake. They weren't really in court. That's some AI crap or whatever. I could say all kinds of shit. I'm not going to. I saw it. I would like to know where they got the video from. That's all. But I saw it. It looks legit. Like that's a real judge. Works for the city of Miami. Real judge. She's a cool person, it seems like, because I've seen her on stuff like, because she's been on reality TV and stuff. So she's a real judge, and that's real. Like I even look to make sure she's employed. I look to make sure, because I recognized her as being from TV stuff. I'm like, okay, let's see if she actually currently is a judge, because she might just be like for hire, right? And if she's like an actor type vibe, then shit, maybe I could have been right. But then I was like, ah, shit, no, she works for the city of Miami still, right? They had present like 2000, I don't know what I said, 2018 to present or something like that. So she's still there, she works there, that's it. She's a judge. That's legit. There's no way she'd put her whole career on the line for some idiot Wes Watson, you know what I mean? Who's 5'8", by the way, we found out from the documents, the arrest documents. He's 5'8", guys. That's gonna hurt him more than anything. He doesn't care about being arrested. He's probably feeling so insecure about people knowing he's 5'8". and then knowing that he's 230 or less. He's under 230. So when I was joking around about him being 210, I might have been right. Because if you're only 5'8", 210's huge. Because shit, I'm not like breaking the guy's balls, but don't be the height you want to. You are, but just don't say you're 6 feet tall for fuck's sakes, or near 6 feet, or whatever the fuck you said before. Because that's why people keep saying the 6 foot. Because you said it somewhere. I'm sure someone could find it if we want. When you said it, Dubs of all people will find it. John Bravo will find it if you said you were 6 feet somewhere, and I know you did somewhere. I can't remember where, but I recall people saying you're 6 feet tall, or that you say you're 6 feet tall. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I've been on here about 40 minutes. Again, John Bravo, I'm sorry, brother. We'll work together another time, and I'm not going to bust your balls.
He's not your brother.
You did a good job. You had all the you had all the info as it dropped. You were the man who was delivering us with solid info. The picture, the res picture is real. The fight, I don't know. Reality stranger than fiction. It seems sketchy as fuck to me still, but Wes Watson train wreck is sketchy.
Can I say something?
Sure, Riley, go ahead.
He's not your brother, and I know brother means your friend, and he's not even your friend.
Well, that's true. So it's just a figure of speech, John. You're not my brother, and may one day we will be brothers. All right? Because Riley said if you're my friend, you can be my brother, but you're not even my friend. You don't know who I am. I don't even know who you are personally. I just see you on YouTube. You're just some guy who's always involved in all the chaos. Somehow you're involved in all the chaos, but usually you're the one with there's more even keel, right?
The chaos.
Yeah. Well, brother, this is like wrestling. Well, brother John Bravo, I am the chaos, and I'm bringing the chaos. Say some more shit, I'll call you out. But I was wrong that time, I'll admit it. Okay, maybe I'm not the chaos. Anyways, I'm out of here, guys. Have a good night, and if you're watching UFC, oh my God, I was trying to use my mouse. I'm sitting at my computer to turn off my phone, like I was on YouTube or something. Like I'm on my phone. I gotta just press the button. But anyways, yeah. So if you're up tonight, go watch UFC 312. It's gonna be good. Sean Strickland against Dricus du Plessis. This is their number 2 fight. This is second fight. It was a good fight last time. It's going to be a good fight now. I hope Sean Strickland wins his belt back. And it's happening in Australia. And it's going to be 10 p.m. Eastern time. The main card starts. So Strickland's fight for the belt will probably be around midnight. So enjoy that fight. I'm going to be watching it. And let's root Sean Strickland on. And until next time.